Champions like Zoe and Zeri with big range as well. So we'll see how the game plays out. Misfits, good team fight. A little bit of early game with the Zinzao, but it's all Rogue in the early stages, I think.
And that's kind of how we've seen these two teams play throughout the course of Spring. Rogue getting early game lead.
Talking about with Rogue, utilizing their strong early push to look for early plays, and they have their eyes set on the top lane.
We wondered how much the meta would change in the 2-week break we've had. Well, Rogue have decided top lane, now the focus. Hivit with a good dash away, Larson looking for the chase, and Hivit is just able to walk out of that one. Will lose 2 waves to the towers. Trimby's caught and loses his life. Slattern tanks it. Comp gets a double buff in response.
Rogue get away with murder there because they just gave VTO a free base. They gave a kill over to Misfits.
Neon and Mercer back.
So the top lane dive ends up forcing Hirit back and gives Odoamne a small advantage. Hasn't chosen to go back to base yet, but you made a great point there, Caedrel, about the fact that VTO got that. Oh, hang on, Hirit!
He's dead! The Ignite's gonna tick! And so is Hirit. Odoamne with the solo kill.
Oh no, Hirit. Impressive comeback wins. You kind of look at their average win time, 35 minutes. They had one of the longest average during the regular season to be able to match. You can see Odoamne still has the push in top lane, just hits level 9, has the Ignite available, and I think Rogue is now in a much better position to actually look for the fight.
Yeah, but Misfits have a pretty strong 4v4 if Hirit has Mega Gnar. The most important factor here is Mercer's with the team, but Trimby split off, so it's 2 members toward the top side for Rogue, and they're just going to try to force their way in.
VTO dodges away from the binding, Solar Flare coming down, but look at the damage. The final spark's going to do so much. VTO dashes forward, but is met with his demise. Odo takes the kill. The Equalizer doing so much work, and Rogue win the fight.
Now we see the power of the top jungle combo that Rogue have drafted. The Rumble ult on top of the Jarvan ult. VTO could not move, and he ends up falling. 1 kill in the favor of Rogue, and although they use their ultimates, Misfits are forced to back.
It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. You know, Jarvan ultimate into Rumble ultimate. It's not super complicated, but it works. That's to play out where you try and leverage your poke if you're Misfits, or will you actually try and look for flanks and try and go for an all-in team fight? I'm curious as to actually their approach in terms of how they want to try and contest Rogue around these neutrals.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on who gets the setup, really, because if Misfits have the setup, Rogue are walking into bubbles, and if Rogue have the setup, Misfits are walking into traps, right? So it's going to be a contest non-stop. Mercer looking for Trimby.
Flash onto Trimby. Mawang staying around. When becomes lightning, he's going to hit, and the chase is on. Trimby down. Slattern will chase Mawang out. Misfits using the dragon to try and pull Rogue around the map. Now Comp does still have the flash and has the cleanse and has Mawang waiting around the corner. Misfits.
Slattern didn't have his E up, so when he W flashed, I was a bit worried that Trimby was going to live there, but he ends up falling, going to force the dragon. They're going to get first tower of the game as well, so now Misfits, like you said, Vedius, they've made a comeback already. This early game was so disastrous for them, but now they're back in it. We're ahead right now in gold against the Caitlyn, which I wouldn't expect to happen with this kind of draft. Yes, Hirit is behind, but again, he's just a frontliner.
Solar Flare onto Slattern looking for the chase. Neon going in as well, but the Equalizer is going to do a lot of work here. Trimby forced away. Odoamne diving in. Mawang's already killed off Mercer. Slattern's going low as well. The Cataclysm locking them into the pit as the VTO now joins the fray. The culling from the side from Larson. Now the chase is on. Larson flashes forward, and Misfits dived in, but then they die.
Misfits found a beautiful...
They're going to flush them out. Misfits have to make a choice. Contest this mid wave or give up your tier 2 and take the dragon.
Test the mid wave is the call. Neon stepping forward. No flash on him. Cataclysm available for Mawang. Could look for the engage. Mercer force down to about half HP. But takes about... The Equalizer coming out as well means that he will just have to flash. Rifthold was killed. No tower's going to fall. Blast got away by Mercer. Slattern now down below half himself. Neon tries to put the damage across the wall, but VTO not strong enough really to land too much poke.
Up a little bit, get a couple more items and try to find a better angle. They managed to defend their tower, which is good, but they lose the dragon.
Yeah, and again, it comes back to that conversation that is the power of range if used properly. You can deny the ability for teams to be able to set up as Rogue now look for a pick of the Hirit.
Yeah, Hirit, no flash, nowhere to go for him really. He's going to get knocked up with the EQ combo. Still lands the wall up the Gnar, a possibility, but Larson just dashes away. But Baron started by Misfits. Hirit's going to try and delay him for as long as possible.
No
Larson,
TPs.
no TP. Mawang, of course, can EQ across, but how quickly can Misfits do this? They pull the trigger on the Baron. They say, hey, Rogue, you can kill our top laner, but you then have to come to us. Misfits with a decisive call, but will it be their downfall so far in this game? Equalizer out, Ace in the hole as well, and Mercer's already down. Odoamne goes in, pops the stopwatch, sleep's gonna land on him, there's a shutdown, it's 1. Flash away by Comp, he'll survive. Rogue now answering this fight towards the top side. Cataclysm, stopwatch, Larson goes the long way around with blast code of his own, another stopwatch comes out. And Slattern tries to stay alive, Cullen goes in, Slattern down, VTO pops the stopwatch, but he will fall as well. You have to feel he gets 1 in response, and it's all on Neon, but what can he do into the face of 3? Larson flashes, Neon dashes, but Larson takes the kill.
It was a very, very good play by Misfits. Great presence of mind. There's 3 members spot. Let's just rush a Baron. We're losing every lane right now. It's our only way back into the game. They got the shutdown onto Odoamne, but Rogue chased him down, and they found all of them. Here it's going to TP back here to see if he can find anyone recalling, stop their tempo.
A lot of damage. This Baron will melt very quickly if given the space, but for now, all Rogue cares about is finding the pick.
Look for Mercer, Cataclysm going in, Larson dashing across the wall, Mercer down to half HP, still alive, the Locket keeps him alive for a second longer, but not for long enough. Here it's on his way up here, nowhere near the Mega Gnar. Sleep's going to land onto Malrang, but he can just EQ into the pit.
He's going to force it. Veto's on the way. Luckily for them, Comp doesn't have a trap line, and they have a little bit of vision through bot on the creeps. That's where they're hugging towards now. So Rogue's moving towards the top side now to make sure there's like a battle line in the middle of the river.
As you say, Misfits giving up that mid wave, bubble going down, Dragon secured, 2 apiece now. Rogue might still look for the engage. Schlatan here. And we'll have to invest the flash, you have to feel. Crescent Guard goes out, Slow Player goes wide. Schlatan still tanking as much as he can, but the chase is on. Madman going in, Schlatan already dead. There's Cataclysm as well, with the Equalizer on top of it. It's just layer after layer of delicious damage for Rogue. They don't manage to take anyone out as Odoamne is now being forced away. Misfits have been able to disengage. Oh no, just over the wall of the Gnar, a millisecond too late.
Wow, how did Rogue keep getting away with so many low health points? Vito is looking for the hero play.
He did this. He did this in his first game on the LEC stage, but here, the cleanse from Comp enough to get him away.
Cheeky flash into mid waves, but for now, Misfits seems to be holding on. Larson's going to start up the Baron, though.
Remember, the disadvantage of running the Ignite as you approach the mid game is where you aren't able to catch as much of this sideway farm.
Spacing. They don't know.
Wait, they actually have no idea.
Are they going to check with that Scryer's Bloom?
It's on it. They're on it. Malrang Larson just doing this.
The Oscar goes to Comp and Odoamne right now, showing on midwave, showing on wards, walking around as if they've got no clue what's going on.
Genius play there by Rogue. They take the Baron underneath the Misfits' noses. A 7
just immediately disengaged from the situation and not overstayed their welcome. Now with the Baron, they will look to start controlling these side waves a little bit more. I imagine they'll look to try and play through 2 lanes, 1-4.
Zenith playing with the follow-up. There's the stun, there's the sleep, and there's a very dead Lux. Mercer still low HP, culling off towards the top side. There's the Equalizer, great choke point here for Rogue as Malrang dives in. Schlatzen's trying to go to the Larson, but that's 2 quick kills. Over to Larson himself. Neon and Vito able to walk away. 2 Barons down. Misfits walk away wounded.
Yeah, Misfits don't want to give Rogue an angle to start sieging with the Rumble.
Limiting Misfits' escapes to allow the rest of Rogue to then capitalize and shut them down. Now the Dragon Dance starts once again.
Third of the game for either of these teams. Sleepy Trouble Bubble dodged around there by Rogue. Larson stepping forward. Misfits forced back. There's the Cataclysm Equalizer off towards the backline, but it doesn't really hit too many people. Trippy's already got one, and the boundary goes over to Schlatan. Now what can Neon do? He can open up. GA popped on Schlatan. Neon stepping forward, Larson flashing away. Schlatan's going to be sacrificed here, and Larson will be able to escape as well, but here goes Kieran into the Gnar. 2-man stun, 1 down already. Misfits continue to chase in. Comp trying to get away. Odoamne doing the same. Remember, Larson, no flash here, will be able to escape towards the top side.
That's 2 kills to the Dragon. Misfits good building towards that 6th item. We'll see what he picks up maybe a Wit's End or something along those lines with that null magic, maybe a QSS instead. Rogue hovering around mid. Misfits have been grouping all game long. Here it's close to Mega Gnar. Vito has no flash.
Vito caught out. There's Cataclysm stopwatch going to stop it. Locket coming out as well. Here it's trying to get onto the backline, building up that Mega Gnar. Odoamne's low, but look at the double already on the backline. Now it's all on Neon. Rogue just ripping through Misfits, and Neon just has to do what he can. 1 down. Schlatan the front line. Neon, what can you do in a 1v4? Can you stand up and be counted? He steps forward. He forces Rogue away, but still, Neon has to find something. And Comp with the 90 caliber net escapes to the safety of his turret. The ace in the hole will chase Neon away as Rogue win the fight in the mid lane.
Oh, it was the Dragon. Rogue needs to be very, very kind of cautious about how they set up this objective. They need to base very quickly and get towards the bot side of the map to deny the soul.
Wow, what the Dragon of the game.
Woo. What a banger this game one's turning out to be. Malrang finding some crazy angles to engage on. Looking like Canyon right now on the Jarvan, making sure he can find the right targets at the right time and buying a lot of it. Rogue forcing Misfits back now. Schlatan.
Oh. Wait, why? What? Why? He blast coned in. He blast coned in. The Infernal Cone puts him into the midst of Rogue, and the GA will be popped. But Schlatan, that was a horror, my man, as Rogue collapsed, take the kill, and now a man to the good will look to push in the mid lane.
Misfits have done such a great job of stalling this game out and finding windows to come back, but that big mistake from Schlatan means that their base will now fall apart. The sieging power of Rogue's Comp is now coming into fruition.
Equalizer and no flashes means a very dead bunch of rabbits. They get deleted under their inhibitor tower. Their inhibitor will fall as well. And Rogue will look to go 1 to the good in this best of 5.
Larson 11, 1 and 6, 6 items on the Lucian, level 18, dishing out so much damage, 23 assists for Malrang as well. Here will try his best, but that's game for Rogue.
It was back and forth until it wasn't. Rogue with game 1.
When you look at the kill difference, when you look at how often Rogue were able to win those team fights, you have to give credit to the fact that Misfits made that game as challenging as they did. And I think a lot of credit needs to be given to Misfits in how Mercer in particular was just constantly looking for pick after pick after pick to just try and stall the game out. But Rogue, in the end, they were able to execute the team fights better. Best Rakan by my side. This is wonderful. Guys, you are in for an insightful cast, I can guarantee you that. But in terms of Misfits comp, to me, this seems very topside focused. You know, you have the Camille who can
take a base.
Yeah,
do they know that Mercer's here?
There.
Sneaky, sneaky.
It's wave stacking, but look at the positioning of Malrang right now. Still level 3.
Mercer flashes forward. There's the root. Trimby with a good knock-up, though, and Comp is able to walk away from this one for the moment. Schlatten diving in. Comp flashing away. The Gravitum lands onto 2. And Rogue able to walk away from it until Trimby falls for first blood. Malrang flashes across the wall, gets the Thundering Blow stun. And it's a 1-for-1 trade in the bottom lane.
Mercer's mechanics there a little bit messed up.
Misfits have actually pretty consistently been looking to attack Comp and Trimby with repeated appearances from Schlatten as a flash in from Mercer.
Well, Trimby does still have W here and uses it to dodge away from the scatter the weak. Hexagol made him used in the top lane. Schlatten on his way as well. Malrang here for the answer. Schlatten trying to get away. The stun. Odoamne flashes and he will escape. Schlatten dives forward, has the kick. Will be able to take down Odoamne. 1-for-1 traded on the top side. Malrang, though, still has the chase and has the ultimate. Schlatten tried to get away with a QQ combo, but couldn't get over the wall.
I wonder if Hirit of Trimby igniting Neon, stopping his base, making it so he takes a bad base because Rogue
get the tower
in, and now you've lost your tower. So these small things add up to a domino effect in League of Legends, and that's how tempo works on the map. Now Rogue can push out bot, get this tower, base, and start to control the top side of the map.
Oh, beautiful. And I guess the moral of the story is, go back to your tower when you're close to that 50-minute mark. They have this scaling composition that's only going to get stronger to deal with as the game progresses. And remember,
a little bit. Instead, they turn around.
Oh, here it should base here. He's going to think there's a solo kill, but Malrang, again, is hovering. So if he decides to take it, he might die.
Here comes Malrang. Hexagol made him. It's still stunned up. No way for Hirit to get out of this one. The flash burn, but burn, burn, burn. Odoamne with his second kill of the game.
Malrang's presence of mind this game is just...
He does so well for Rogue, and why he fits into this team so well in that he enables already very strong laners to be strong laners.
And just like Manic was saying earlier, I think Trimby picking up the communication with maybe a little small language barrier with Malrang. He still has good ideas, and League is almost like a language as well. Hang on a second, Trimby.
Featherstorm coming out from Neon, a good disengagement. Mercer's already popped. Rogue 4 members strong in the mid lane. Now a TP coming in from Hirit as he looks to try and turn this one around. Schlatten's on his way, Malrang locked up. And we'll just be able to dance away. The root coming out. Schlatten still chasing forward with the Stormbringer. Schlatten already down to half HP, and no one from Misfits can join their jungler. All sniped by Odoamne.
Larsen's here.
Larsen joins the fray. Here it dashes away. And Rogue will have to settle for 2.
Yeah, Misfits just trying to keep forcing the play because here it TP'd in and Larsen's pushing bot, so they need to get something. Unfortunately, Schlatten couldn't kick, I believe, onto Trimby or Malrang earlier on. Has to use it defensively. That ends up dying. Trimby on the side.
Doesn't have flash, doesn't have the quickness, and it would be very greedy for him to try and find the engage. Here it dives onto the backline. Odoamne caught in the Hexagol made him. He will be stopped by Neon, but Trimby.
Oh, Trimby.
Alongside Odoamne able to get a counter kill. It's Hirit who goes down, and Rogue still able to fight.
He's picked in and done well in fights or found plays which shouldn't happen. It's again him who needs to carry this game. He's the one ahead. Vito hasn't found his way in just yet.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think Neon might just be dead. Featherstorm coming out, but Trimby has the quickness now. Can look for the engaged Stormbringer. Trimby decides against popping the ultimate, and Neon brings the feathers back.
It's going to be enough to secure Rogue the Baron, but Misfits, they're not going to give it up easily. Schlatten has everything he needs to steal this one away.
Trimby there, Blaskin available to him. Schlatten stepping forward, Larsen stepping in. Good kick, as you say, but the unleashed power isn't enough. Schlatten trying to dodge around this Mercer low. Hirit diving onto the backline. The hook's going to land on Trimby, but he flashes into the bush. 2 kills quickly over to Rogue as they take down Hirit. And they kill off Mercer, and they'll turn their eyes back towards the Baron.
Yeah, Larsen doesn't have TP, so he can't be there for it, but the Amphilos has good guns to melt this. Odoamne's around as well. He's looking to see if Misfits want to walk up again. Vito's trying to take their pink, just pushing him back. Trimby should be careful. He has ultimate, but Vito does a lot of damage. As Nash ticking down 20 seconds on here. It's TP. Maybe Misfits just have to look for some kind of dragon here.
I think it's the best play for Misfits at this point.
You can see Rogue trying to answer it though, Vedi. Get a couple of people in position.
Yeah, they're actually setting up a bit of a play here. They've actually been able to gain access into the river. The Baron will go down, but I think at this point, it's a little greedy committing to this.
Yeah.
There's no TP available on Odoamne, but, you know, Larsen and Odo just continue to chip them away. They're using their range.
Look at Trimby. He's hiding in the Dragon Pit.
Oh my, I can feel his inner Hylissang. I can feel it. He's looking for the play.
Oh, he's spotted. Oh, now he's in the back of the pit. He's going to have to try and dance away. does get onto Larssen.
They're starting this. They're going for Baron and the Dragon as well. Comp is back on the map.
7,000 gold on the lead. Rogue looking for their third Dragon of the game. Schlatten trying to get in from the side. Trimby still has the quickness here. Schlatten lands the Q, lands the kick, but that Dragon is not low enough for him to follow up. Dragon secured for Rogue. The Baron as well, and Misfits picks, they're playing around Vision really well. Their team fights have looked strong. Currently they are 8,000 gold ahead, and although we cannot count out Misfits, once again they look for a Hail Mary. The TP, an option as they dive onto Schlatten, Malrang. And the rest of Rogue already able to take out one.
Instantly stuns Schlatten the second he ward jumps forward, looks for a kick flash onto Comp. Good reaction time from both the jungle and AD, and Rogue are like this well-oiled machine. Everyone's doing their job so well, push and pull around the map, and Misfits have no response. They've really tried their best to make plays, and all they can do for now is just hold on.
A great series, right? He is playing extremely well, but he can't do this alone. Rogue doing everything they can to shut him down, and now they're going to be breaking into the base. The first tower will fall. The wave is stacked up bot. Systematically, Rogue are taking apart Misfits. They are taking apart their base.
And it looks like they have grown in the 2 weeks that we had between the regular season and now. Often people look at Rogue and they say, oh, it's just the regular season. And it's a difficult road for Misfits. Their base in tatters, their inhibitors raised to the ground as the bottom one is about to fall, although Mercer might look for the engage before it does. Comp flashes away, Neon puts the feathers down, Larssen's trying to answer him, dodges away from the feather, pull back, but still Neon has enough damage. Stormbringer into the back line as Oda1 trace with him off towards the bottom side. Trimby low, the root's going out as well, and now Neon can really open up. Veto's going to get the shot down. Here continues to step forward. Neon full HP, double buffs as well, but can't chase any further.
It's bittersweet for Misfits. They get 2 kills, they get 2 shutdowns, but the Dragon's up and they can't walk.
He did such a great job of finding that kill onto Larssen. Both demonstrating high mechanical excellence as they were dancing around each other's abilities, but in chaotic team fights, still perform mechanically at an extremely high level. Nothing but a joy to watch as Mercer is likely losing his life.
Trying to get to the blast cone, but there's nowhere for him to go. Oda1 on a rampage now, 7-2-4 on this Jace. And because of that, you have to wonder, can Misfits fight around this Baron? They have to look for something, but Oda1 once again, the bouncer, the bodyguard, not letting Misfits pass the entry point to the river. Here it will step up, but he's half HP.
Look at Trimby.
Trimby has the flank position. I've said that more than once this game, and as you say, they can't get in. Trimby will chase out Hirit. Baron secured for Rogue.
They have a top wave as well, so I don't think they're done here. Hirit is gonna die.
Well identified, Caedrel.
You did nothing wrong there. You did nothing wrong, Caedrel. Right, well, this will be the base once again falling apart for Misfits. Rogue have looked nothing but dominant so far in this series. They're gonna go up 2-0. Misfits will be on their last legs.
Stormbringer in to stop that Nexus tower from firing. The second one will still put him a little bit of a fight, and perhaps Schlatten with a kick, a possibility. He only gets onto one, he only gets onto Comp. He didn't look for the 5-man kick, and Comp now will chase the rest of Misfits down. BTO pops the stopwatch on his fountain, but the shock blast will still find its mark. Neon puts the feathers down, will assassinate Comp, but Rogue with a cannon minion and 4 players left will be able to take down the Nexus towers. Here it back up, Neon slides back into the team, and Rogue with a dominant performance will go 2-0 up.
Oh, Rogue looked dominant in this series, and I must say, to me, here it looked like a bit of a McLaren F1 car medic. He was fantastic last year, but this year he's just not finding the pace. Rogue are shutting him down so well this series. For myself, play against this draft, I would not want to play. I would just build full tank, go GA first item and just die on purpose. I don't know really what to do. I mean, Xayah is probably your best option to look at. But yeah, I think
the mid lane. I'm going to keep attacking these side lanes, but look at Trimby. He's here for the play. Malrang once again ready to cover.
Both the supports up on this top side. VTO here with a level advantage, level 5. On the LeBlanc, Malrang waiting around the corner. Here it, knockback's going to try and dash away, shielded up. The Guardian will keep him alive. VTO puts the chains down onto Malrang,
which is so explosive and determines who gets side lane push later on. So he's giving himself up, losing his blue now, lost his wolves, lost his gromp. He's giving up so many camps to juggle these lanes. He might be in trouble though.
Really nice sidestep there by Mercer. Malrang's going to have to flash away. Trimby's on his way as well. Larssen has the blast code to get in here if he wants. Already level 7. Malrang low. Schlatten tried to smite, but the hook's going to connect, and now the chase is on. Mercer locked up. Trimby will fall. Neon and VTO walk away. Blue buff secured by Malrang. Tristana, Lucian they kind of kept the same build that they usually would in the bottom lane as I see a fight happening. And we see Kai'Sa getting a bit of damage with that long-range Void Seeker.
So the power of Kai'Sa is when she gets 2 items. Hang on a second, Schlatten looking for
There's
Malrang.
never a break in the action. What is this? 9 minutes in, it just keeps going. Hit it low. Hexagol Domain's going to keep him away from the damage from Odoamne. Malrang puts down the Cataclysm. Now Odoamne's locked in the pit with Schlatten, who'll get the counter. 2 to the Lee, and perhaps Misfits have found a way.
It turns in Misfits' favor. This is the first time they win out.
Cooldowns. They focus Malrang initially. The good kick separates him, but a good ultimate from here, it actually mitigates a lot of damage.
Larsen's just dead.
He's
2
dead.
chains, 1 more auto.
He can't get it off. Vitiyo gets a solo kill in mid. They win topside. They're winning mid. Misfits are alive.
This is very much what Misfits needed to find in the early game. A huge play from Schlatten. Vitiyo gets himself now 2 kills after finding a solo pick onto Larsen. And now we may finally see the Vitiyo pop-off that we have been promised.
They're going to get Dragon as well. Neon could force them out and just take this Drake. Trimby might die or lose his flash.
Yeah, Mercer flashes for the chase. No way for Trimby to get out of that one.
You could just invest that back, and Odoamne deciding not to overcommit.
Maybe action in bot as well. Schlatten's here for the dive.
No vision for Rogue. Comp kicked back. Straight into the waiting arms of Misfits. Trimby tries to flash away and will escape to live another day. And now Misfits can look for this bot side tower.
Yeah, they have Herald as well. Here it's looking for Odo.
Hexagol made him an option. He dodges away. What the? That's a lot of damage going out from the Precision Protocol. Q2 swipes away at Odoamne as the Rift Tower is put down in the bottom lane. That will charge in. Gold given over to Misfits and a 2,500
They can
gold.
still turn this series around. It is a best of 5. Well, they are looking themselves 2-0 down. Hook goes wide. Oh, good knockup.
Yeah, Schlatten going in here as well, but the chase is on. Kick away. Depth charge going to come out as well, and Larsen's putting the damage down. Trimby low. Mercer will be able to get away, but the Cataclysm locks him up, and that's 2 quick kills over the Rogue.
Yeah, look at the side lanes right now. Misfits trying to push out bots and top. Why are they looking for a play mid? Rogue.
The snowball is looking clean so far.
Yeah, and they're capitalizing on the waiting game that Rogue is doing. They're waiting for Kai'Sa to finish her second item. She needs Ludens, needs to get a W upgrade, but Larsen has ult to follow up on this engage.
Mercer is nearby. Larsen jumping in. As you say, Hirit could be locked up here. Cataclysm available for Malrang, and he will lock Hirit in there, but the Guardian, the shield, and everything
we've seen so far has been falling short, and Rogue have been systematically shutting Misfits down. But this game, we finally see Misfits online, and they find themselves another pick.
Playing so well around vision control as well. Vitiyo now 3-0. Schlatten looking for the kick. Odoamne back into the team. And it's a totally different look for Misfits than for Schlatten. Disappointing in the first 2 games, you have to say here. Once again, finding pick after pick after pick.
This is what Misfits look like when they have playmakers, when Vitiyo...
They have the Herald to boot. They continue to steal away jungle camps, deny vision, and limit Rogue's options. The Baron spawns in 15 seconds, but Misfits only care about gaining as much as they can with the lead that they have.
I think Rogue's best bet here is to give this up and get a tier 1 bots for Odoamne and objective bounty, but as I say that, here it's going to TP down. Not even to give up the objective bounty whatsoever, but that does give Odoamne a window to TP top. Rogue have a window to look for a fight right now because Hirit can't join it. They need to TP in though.
Hook coming in, that charge on the back line, and
okay, well, there goes the window.
There goes the window.
It doesn't really bode in Rogue's favor when we look at the draft, but regardless, Misfits find themselves on the Baron now. They have the numbers advantage, and Hirit looks for another pick.
Locked up in the Hexagol Domain, and the Cataclysm will not save him. Hirit with his 2nd of the game. Baron as well for Misfits.
GigaChat Malrang just EQs on top of a Camille that's eating on him. No, I will fight you back with my first strike. Chem tank and that, but Odoamne might die for it. Hirit doesn't have ult, but they're going to look for him. He's not going to TP out just yet.
Quickness coming out. He started the recall, and Mercer finds him. There's the charm. There's the knockup. Hirit's on his way. Flashes into the bush, but that bush was already warded by Mercer, and so Hirit will take the kill.
He tried to flash preemptively.
Short while as they continue to push in. Vitiyo shepherding in that mid lane wave. And Rogue very much on the back foot here. No real defense for them to muster.
Yeah, not a lot of poke is hitting either. Mercer and Hirit are a little bit chunked, but that Kai'Sa W just missed. Of course, if it hits, the cooldown gets reduced dramatically. A little bit hits and...
yeah, well, that's a life bar reduced dramatically as followed up by Trimby. That's what Vitiyo can do when he gets ahead. And Misfits have taken Rogue to the cleaners in Game 3. We are only at 23 minutes in this game, and Rogue are back at their nexus. Misfits continue to push in. Mercer just shepherding here. Has the quickness, dives on to Larsen, and Larsen will try and get away, but already it's another kill over to Misfits. Here it takes 1. Larsen jumps away, Vitiyo dives forward, a double jump just to clean it up. 23 minutes in, the 3rd inhibitor will fall.
Definitely will. They have a massive wave. There's only one tower left. Yeah, it's just such a dominant game from Misfits. Maybe Odo will get a kill on the back half of it, but now it's definitely looking forward to Game 4. Misfits, we'll see how they use this momentum into that game, but I think Rogue have a lot to swap up in the draft. The Jace blind pick, do they want to do it? Do they want to give away LeBlanc? And the most important thing to me is that jungle pick. Jarvan into Rakan, Camille, LeBlanc, Lee Sin. Ooh, it's unplayable.
All I'm going to say is, if the Jarvan was swapped for Volibear, does that 2v2 still go in the favor of Misfits? And then in the mid lane, if that's a Lissandra instead of a Kai'Sa, does Larson also die 1v1? Right? So, like, yes, they're definitely...
Split pusher right now. I think neither side has a huge split pusher. Yes, Akali can be your aggressor, and yes, Gnar can be your aggressor, but there's no real side lane pressure coming out from either of these teams. It's all team fight. Kennen, Hecarim, Rakan into things like Orianna, Jarvan, Gnar. There's a lot of spells to watch. Saying there was a couple civil wars going in on the team during that summer playoffs, during their run to Worlds. Is Mercer?
Flash is in here, looking for Larson. Larson holding onto a flash, perhaps just looking for some damage, as Larson did just TP back into lane.
So I think the main reason why that didn't work was because of the minion wave. So Vito could have R'd into E, but if he... Ooh,
Mercer caught out. Doesn't really have anywhere to go, and with Yuumi on his shoulders, Trimby takes first blood. Schlatten chasing in here, only level 5. VTO now diving forward, but the shockwave's going to bring them both back. VTO has to use the perfect execution to try and get away.
Is looking for a dive. He is still on level 5.
Deep.
Yeah, he is quite deep indeed. Odoamne does have TP. Going to use that top actually. Never mind. And it's just a bit of a contest over these crabs right now. I'm keeping my eyes on Malrang on the minimap, making his way down.
Schlatten must almost be 6, otherwise this is such a continued fight here. Malrang smites it, gets the 6, puts the Cataclysm down. Oh, and it's all gone wrong for Misfits. They were looking for a dive of their own, they overstayed, and because of that, Schlatten will fall here. Comp chases him down. He's healing. Yeah, sure he is, Many, but you can heal as much as you want. In the end, you will still be swiped away.
I think you're completely right, Menik. I think that piece of the last couple of games where Malrang's just at the right place at the right time, shutting down Slattan's plays, whatever he's doing. The bot one was kind of gifted, but here he is again. Misfits on Vision doing a Herald. Malrang's hovering around. Odo has Mega Gnar. Here comes Larson. It's a 4v3 for now, but they have a lot of spells to work with.
Comp's on his way as well. Of course, can dash through walls if the Zeri needs to get there a little bit quicker. We're looking at that choke point
right now. Odoamne is as well, because he's looking to throw out the ultimate. It's going to fade away, though, but now Comp and Trimby have arrived.
There they go.
Schlatten going in. Smite secures it. Riptailed Eye is down. They will get it, and Malrang's down as well. Odoamne getting chased out by Schlatten. He should fall to Comp here, who gets the auto attacks off. Slicing Maelstrom onto the backline, and now Neon joins the Vedius to double to hear it. Rogue continues to step forward into 4 members of Misfits. Comp with the Yuumi on his shoulders doing a lot of work here. Exhaust going down as well. Odoamne putting the damage down. Comp's going to dash away. Trimby and Odoamne now in the pitch. Comp flashes back forward. Looking to get excited on this Zeri as Misfits on the retreat. Feathers fly out. The pull back. Neon can't flash forward and get the root. Comp so low. Still alive somehow. Odo will chase out Mercer and Rogue come out of it on top.
Well, I think Misfits actually won this in the end from the prolonged fight because with Hirit to get 2 members straight away. Neon, really unlucky. He tried to go for the E-Flash kill towards the end there onto Comp, but he kind of messed it up. But here's Malrang with ultimate.
Yeah, I don't think Misfits won out on it in the end.
Not anymore.
Oh, wow.
If they had Herald here, maybe they could get a tower, but Schlatten stole that one away. A lot of back and forth, but yeah, I think now definitely Rogue in the driver's seat, getting a mid-wave in, getting plates.
But that play showed us what we're in store for. Even though Misfits find themselves behind, there's no... He can't do this alone. I'm pretty confident he can't.
I'm pretty sure he can, Betty. No Featherstorm, Turbo Chem Tank. I mean, Neon's just forced away.
Full tank.
Oh, Malrang, though. Maybe overstepped a little bit here. Does still have a... What is this, man?
He's playing with them. Schlatten's angry. He's using E's like... For Rogue. Still no Dragon's taken. We'll see if Rogue wants to start that one up.
Shockwave?
Solo kill.
VTO might just die here. And the auto attack is enough. Twilight Shroud a little bit late. Mercer was coming in as well, but has to use the grand entrance to make a grand exit as he tries to escape. Malrang, though, this man has no fear.
Another emote. He's got many. He's got the emote wheel going.
Okay. Odo here getting chased out by Hirit in the top lane, but Odo very happy just
to be careful of, but Rogue is finding pick after skirmish, after advantage. This could be an answer, though. Misfits trying to make a cross-map play after losing this bot tower, which is guaranteed to fall. Can they kill Odoamne?
Odo has no flash, he's feared back, knocked back with the rampage as well as Hirit looks for the chase, but no slicing Maelstrom on the Kennen. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but Odo with the fancy feet dodges away from the Shuriken. And the Rifthold will help Misfits take their first tower of the game.
Very, very close to hitting, and look at mid lane. Larson up 2 levels on VTO, got his revenge. Still did it, though.
You did, man, you did. We're very proud of you, Caedrel. As the tower falls in the bottom lane, Rogue well in the lead here. Comp gonna dash across that wall, going for a bit of surfing as Misfits look for the fight. Zlatan is here, TP's coming in. VTO looking for the flank position, but he's dead where he stands, and even with the quickness coming in from Mercer, he's locked back in the Cataclysm. Here it dives onto the back line, but immediately exhausted, and maybe he'll get Comp, or maybe he won't even get down the heels on Comp. Oh, absurd, and Misfits slain by the wolves that are Rogue. The rabbits lie dead
to kill Comp, and it still was not enough. Rogue continue to extend the gold, they continue to extend the lead, and they are looking to secure top 3 in the LEC.
Everything that could have gone wrong for Misfits went wrong in that fight. Here it's
solo killed. I'm pretty confident in saying that's the first time he's been solo killed so far this split, right? And like, the fact that he's been able to be punished, perhaps he's feeling the pressure. We talked about this roster being very young.
Misfits are looking to make something happen here. Quickness going in. The ball is on Maurang. He'll flash away, but here comes Comp across the wall. Cataclysm going down as well as Maurang tries to look up too. Onslaught Shadows used by Zlatan to get away, and already Mercer's dead. Neon has to flash the wall, and Misfits were looking for a pick, but all of Rogue is there in a heartbeat. Feathers come back, Maurang still alive. Here it going in with a slicing Maelstrom, knocked back by Odawamne. A great gnaw by him. VTO dancing on the edge of vision, has to find something, but Maurang is marking him like a man possessed. VTO unable to ever approach the fight.
Oh, the damage from Comp, along with the ignite, almost gets that kill onto Neon. He's forced
he's going. Just surf your way underneath the tower. Comp's going to proxy a wave in mid lane, not something we too commonly see. Zlatan's on the chase, Odawamne trying to get away, still has the flash, and will flash across the wall to the relative safety of his teammates. Zlatan still dancing around, the Prowling projectile finds its mark. Comp with the auto for the slow, but can't quite find the final bit of damage. Now Misfits
it's not stopping.
Coming back out. Odo will fall, shut down over to VTO.
Wow, what an extended exchange.
He's looking for it. It's still going, Vedi. Every exchange is extended, and every team fight continues for a couple of minutes as Mercer and VTO try to escape. Comp, going to dive in. Decides against it.
That was a fight.
Yep.
Right, and
you spam E all the time.
The stopwatch just helps you survive, right? Like, obviously, we mock the magic damage a little bit, but it does make sense. As Zlatan and the rest of Misfits are forced away from their tier 2 in the mid lane. Here it fighting with Odawamne. Odawamne winning out that battle right now as Maurang EQs in. Rogue continue to force Misfits back. You can see VTO just trying to get funneled something in the side lane. Now going to TP behind. Here it is in a good position for the slicing Maelstrom, but you gotta find it. Here it goes in, slicing Maelstrom, the fit going out, and Oriana's already dead. The shutdown is the second for VTO. They continue to fight, but Comp is still alive on the back line. And because Seri has 400 years behind her belt, even the entirety of Misfits cannot kill her. Rogue are looking for the win.
And they only lost Larsen. They have a wave, and it's just going to be a win for Rogue. 3-1 in the series. What a dominant game 4. Misfits bounce back, yes, but Rogue slam any chances they had right back to the ground. And it all comes off the back of Comp on this series. Fantastic team fighting. Larsen as well. Maurang did his job. This version of Rogue is great.
For the 4th time in a row, Rogue will lock their spot as a top 3 team in Europe.
And an impressive way to do it. Yes, we saw in Game 3, Misfits, they looked revitalized. They looked like that they could bounce back in the series, but in this game, we saw once again that Rogue dominance. Maurang once again keeping track of where Zlatan was and limiting his early game impact, and just so many of these early exchanges and a few blunders we saw from Misfits, which Rogue very quickly capitalized on. And the moment the Comp became unlocked, he just became a terror on the map that couldn't be shut down.
Yeah, all of the Misfit spells, they hit Larsen in like kind of like the AoE collateral damage of trying to find Comp, but they couldn't actually close the gap to do so. So yes, he got one of their carries, but you didn't get the rest of them.
And after the early game mishaps, it was a very difficult game for Misfits ever to come back from. Credit to Rogue, of course. They